Hey, welcome to Bridge Ministry Training. My name is Micah Oder. I'm really glad that you're here. I lead something called the CCL Network, and this is a test to see if we can teach over 8 weeks some basic fundamental ministry skills. And you say Bridge Ministry Training. Well, what's it mean to be a bridge? It means you're like getting through a gap from A to B. And the question is like, what would it look like if all of our churches had a lot of people in them that were well equipped to do the work of ministry? That ministry was not just something that the paid professionals do. What if ministry was actually something that we all really did? And so we're going to go over the next 8 weeks, some basic fundamental ministry skills that we're like, hey, if you're going to be involved in the life of the church, these are things that we would like everyone in the church, or at least a lot of people in the church, to be able to do. And we're going to go, like I said, we're going to go over that over the next 8 weeks. But this idea of bridge ministry training, of fundamental ministry skills, is something I believe in and I'm excited about. Now, I don't know what you hear when you hear fundamentals. Like, I'm hoping you don't hear something that's beneath you, something that's too basic. I really believe very, very strongly that the basics get kind of, I'll say, underappreciated. There's the classic example, the classic story of Vince Lombardi, the great football coach, who would start every year at training camp. He would start out holding a football, and he would say to the team, "Gentlemen, this is a football," right? And starting with the basics. And so you might look at this and say, "I already know a lot of this stuff." Well, great. That's great. Let's make sure we know it really well. You might say, "Well, how far is this really going to take me? Can I do a lifetime of effective ministry with an 8-week training course?" Well, no, not at all. But it's a start. And if we can get you started on a journey, if we can get you over that first gap, if we can get you kind of in the game, then we think that a lot of good things can continue to happen. So what I believe is that if you're gutsy enough to do this thing for 8 weeks, that you're going to be qualified to start experimenting with and trying to do ministry in a new way. And so, we'll see what happens. Here's the structure of the course. Every week, we're going to have a topic that we're working on. And to work on that topic, what we're going to do is we're going to have a couple videos that are just going to be, here's some brief teaching on the topic. The videos are not going to be long. They'll be bite-sized. The goal is that, they're something that you could watch on your phone or on a computer or tablet or whatever it is, that wherever it is you watch videos. But you can watch them quickly, and then we're going to give you a couple exercises every week to just kind of start to get the train going. Really, it's not. There's a million different videos that you could just watch. You could, just put yourself on YouTube Academy, and I'm just going to watch 50 videos on how to do ministry, and there's a lot of great stuff out there. But what's going to happen is every week we're going to have a series of exercises for you to do. You can think of them as assignments or homework if you want, but there's no grades. You're not getting credit for this. This isn't going on your college transcript. It's just like, this is just some basic learning that you're going to do, and the goal is not to get a grade. The goal is not to get a piece of paper. The goal is to learn and do better. And so if that's what you want, then you're in the right place. So every week we're going to have the videos, bite-sized learning chunks that you can just kind of get and chew on. And then we're going to have a couple exercises of, here's ways that you can practice some of the stuff that we talked about. And then the last thing that we're going to do is every week we're just going to talk about it. We're going to kind of digest it together. We're going to do a phone call or a Zoom call every week where we walk through, like, hey, this is what it was like for me when I heard that. This is what it was like for me when I looked at this. This is what it was like for me when I did this thing. And so every week there will be kind of a hear, there will be a do, and there will be a discuss. And so we're going to try this and see what we think, see if this works for us. And we'll see if at the end of 8 weeks you feel like you're better equipped to do the work, the fundamental work of ministry. All right? So I've got a couple videos for you to watch. Below each video, there will be some things that you can do. And then I'll look forward to talking to you next week. Thanks, guys. Bye.